Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today's car, you may have noticed, isn't a classic. Well, not yet. It's actually a Peugeot 1007 or a 1007, depending on how you want to deal with the number system that Peugeot use. It's a nice little trade-in we've had against one of our classic cars, and it's in rather good condition. It drives very nicely. We will be supplying this car with a fresh 1 year's MOT for the lucky new owner, and I can tell you a little bit about the car, having just been driving it today, having it checked over in our workshop. The car comes with just 65,000 miles on. It has its service book and it has its handbook, and it comes with 2 keys. It's about a 1400cc. 1360 to be precise, 5-speed gearbox, and it is actually a petrol car. Now, petrol cars are very much in vogue at the moment as people get concerned about diesels and will they meet emissions to drive in London, etc, etc. So it actually would be a good city car, especially when I show you the party trick. Well, without further ado, the party trick is the fact that, yes, they have sliding doors, which mean if you park in a tight slot, you don't have to open the door out to get in and out. Now, it does that with both doors, obviously, but I've just demoed with the driver's door. And one of the features of this particular sporty little car is the fact that it has interchangeable inserts. So here we've gone for a rather jazzy orange and deep red, I guess, which make the interior typically French and very bright, or you can have inserts which are far more sombre and match the rest of the interior. So this car does come with both. We decided to brighten it up because it is the spring, and we thought it looked quite jazzy with this orangey inserts with the blue. It's a good spec. You know about the way the doors open. It's also got electric windows. It's got nice ice cold air conditioning. We've tested. There's a CD player there, electrically controlled mirrors, and just generally a high specification car. It's actually the SE range, the SE, which usually means special equipment. You just have to lift that up, and then that seats forward, and there's plenty of room in the back. So it's a very accessible car. So if you've got children or if you've got rear passengers, they'll find there's plenty of space and it's easy to get into, especially with these huge door apertures. It makes getting in and out the car especially easy. And in fact, if you're struggling a little with mobility, you can get right alongside this car and just sort of shuffle in sideways. It's probably one of the easiest cars you'll ever see to get in and out of. You'll see within the pictures that I've actually added a few photographs of what the configuration of the boot can be like. So I'm going to open the boot up now, and as it is at the moment, it's quite a shallow boot. Yeah, it's quite deep down there, but overall it's quite a tall boot. And then you've only got to start adjusting some of the switches you have and the seats themselves. Even if you don't want to fold them down, you've only got to move one of these buttons and then the seat goes way forward. Let's do it on both sides. So immediately your boot space is virtually doubled. And then if you start to use these buttons, you can actually fold the seats, or you can fold them right forward. So then it turns into almost what looks like a little van. So the use of space is remarkable. They've done a really good job, and the extra photographs that I've shown in my photo section will show you the potential of the seat layout. Okay, so that's the storage area. The car is a very nice colour. It's I'd call it a bluey grey. It's a metallic. It has alloy wheels. The only advisory this car's had in recent times has been worn stroke perish tyres, and this car's been treated to a set of new tyres all round, all done at the same time. So I don't think you'll be worrying about tyres for a few years to come. There's no visible signs of any damage. There's no rust showing on the car. It does present very nicely, and the car is from May 2008, and I'd say the car has actually been looked after very nicely. And I just noticed there was a bit of a scratch here, but other than that, I can't see any real damage on the car whatsoever to talk about. It's quite easy to shut the doors because they've also got little electric switches in there as well. Can you just see that door will then slide and locate? Very easy. So with just 65,000 miles on, the car does have quite a lot of life left in it, I would suggest. I think the ease of steering comes from having a nice light power steering with the car. Even though it's actually classed as a super mini, it's probably one of the most spacious small cars you'll see, because it's got huge legroom, it's very easy to get in and out of, and it's got a vast loading area depending how you lay out the rear seats. So it's a bit of a TARDIS when you get inside. It's made deliberately to be very spacious because it's actually quite tall. Now, having just read into the history of these cars, they only made them for a handful of years, and this is the second to last year that they made the car, I understand. They were quite expensive when they were new, about 15,000 euros for the entry model. This one's the special equipment, so this would have been dearer. And actually, they got the second to highest NCAP safety rating. So I think Peugeot did put quite a lot into the research and development, and they built quite a special little car. I know they're quite sought after because when the gentleman who traded the car in told me about it, it wasn't easy to find one first off, and then to find one in really good condition was also a challenge. So I think this one ought to prove a very nice buy for the new owner. So just to recap, it's a 1.4 petrol engine with a 5-speed manual gearbox. There isn't any serious dents or damage anywhere around the vehicle. It has a new set of tyres. The car will be shipped with a fresh MOT. The car comes complete with the owner's handbook, and it also has the service manual, which has been stamped up. 2 sets of keys. It drives very easily, it goes well, and we offer a full UK delivery service. So if you are disappointed because you see this car is down in Hampshire and you're closer to Scotland, no trouble, we can give you a quotation for delivery based on your postcode, or of course, please come and collect the car. We have a railway station just a 5-minute walk away from our location in the North Hampshire countryside. We do offer a part exchange service. In fact, that's how we got this car. So it is possible that you can tell us a few details about your car, and to make it easy, you can trade in your old car. It could also be a classic car or even a light commercial. So folks, thank you very much for watching today's walk around video for a Peugeot. I'm going to call it a 1007 on this occasion, but I do quite like calling it a 1007 because that makes it sound like a Bond car. But either way, it is the little sought after Peugeot that people like and they tend to hang on to. And just finish up on the fact that the sun's shining today. It's a beautiful spring day here in North Hampshire. But when it's winter and perhaps you're not feeling quite full of the joys of spring, remember you can make a few adjustments. Open up that door, and just to point out the fact that these seat inserts and these trays up on the top, they can be removed. They're only held on by Velcro, and you can put a more of a standard colour back in. While we're here, just to show you, that's the handbook and there's the service book all in the glove box. And just pan around, I told you about the air conditioning and CD player. That's the electric windows here, and they're quite nice as well. Nice cold air conditioning, that's all been checked. Nice and clean, ready to go, and we have her in stock now. Well folks, thank you for watching the walk around video for this rather nice little Peugeot 1007. Please get in touch with Danny at Bradley James Classics if you'd like to know any more, or if you'd like to reserve it. We only need a deposit over the phone, and we will hold the car for you until you can have it collected, or indeed it is delivered. Thank you for watching the video. That's Danny at Bradley James Classics, signing out.